Each year, over 2.2 million coyotes are hunted in the US, a number that could stretch a line over 1,700 miles from Texas to Canada. Moose, weighing up to 1,200 pounds, devastate forests and pastures by consuming over 70 pounds of vegetation daily, while grizzly bears devour nearly 90 pounds of food in just one evening. Bearing in mind, they still attack people. These figures not only highlight the power of wildlife, but also the enormous strain these species impose on American agriculture and rural communities. Coyotes have been a fixture of North American landscapes for thousands of years, but their relationship with humans has often been fraught with tension. Historically, they thrived in arid plains and deserts of the western United States, but urbanization and agriculture have pushed them into more populated areas. With an estimated population of over 5.3 million, they roam from the vast grasslands of Texas to the dense valleys of Montana and even the snowy region. As opportunistic predators and scavengers, coyotes begin targeting livestock during the westward expansion into the 19th century. Attributed to coyotes exceed $50 million annually, a figure that's substantial enough to purchase more than 2,500 heavy-duty trucks, a critical resource for rural communities.
Freak.
He almost gets one.
Oh my gosh, Luna! Oh, Luna!
For example, this 20-month-old Great Pyrenees guard dog was severely injured when he confronted 11 coyotes to protect his owner's sheep farm in Georgia in November 2022. By the early 20th century, government programs offered bounties for coyote pelts in an effort to curb their impact on agriculture. Despite these efforts, coyotes proved highly adaptable. As a result, coyote populations in western states like Montana and Wyoming have declined by nearly 15% annually, significantly reducing livestock losses. Coyote hunting requires a blend of skill and technology. One of the most common methods involves long-range rifles, particularly in open plains where coyotes are more visible. Mechanical traps are also employed in areas with clear signs of coyote activity. Professional hunters often use rabbit distress calls to lure coyotes, a technique that not only proves effective but also demonstrates a profound understanding of the animal's behavior.
Is it alive?
Each year, hunters from across the nation gather in Kansas for the World Coyote. After a hunt, farmers often also utilize coyote pelts for clothing or crafts. A single pelt can fetch between $23 and $54, depending on quality. The remaining carcass is typically disposed of carefully to prevent the spread of disease in the environment. Despite the widespread hunting of coyotes, their meat is rarely consumed in the US. This aversion stems primarily from the coyote's status as a scavenger, which leads to concerns about potential diseases and parasites in their meat. Additionally, the strong, gamey taste of coyote meat makes it. The moose is an iconic symbol of North America's wilderness, and it has a history intertwined with the continent's indigenous peoples and settlers. It is the largest deer species in the world, not only remarkable for its massive size, reaching up to 1,200 pounds, but also for its insatiable appetite. Each day, a single moose consumes over 79 pounds of vegetation, equivalent to the food intake of 13 sheep. In Alaska alone, more than 252,000 acres of forest are destroyed annually by moose grazing, a landmass large enough to cover the entire city of Chicago. Hunting moose has proven to be a highly effective method for controlling their population and migrating environmental damage.
They're gonna feed a lot of families. Oh my god.
Compared to a decade ago, modern hunting practices have reduced the destruction of forests by up to 27% in Maine's conservation areas.
Absolute beast.
The Maine Moose Hunt Festival is a well-known cultural event, drawing thousands of hunters and tourists each year. This festival showcases skills like moose calling, meat preparation, and even displays of crafted moose antler products. Moose meat, in stark contrast to coyote, is highly prized among hunters and rural communities in the US. A single moose can yield over 517 pounds of meat, providing enough food for a family for more than half a year. Moose meat is also a sustainable source of protein, as each animal provides hundreds of pounds of In Montana alone, grizzly bear related damage was estimated at over 2.8 million in 2023, a sum sufficient to build 10 modern day agriculture storage facilities. By the early 20th century, habitat destruction and hunting nearly eradicated grizzlies from most of their historical range. Today, their expanding range into human-populated areas has created conflict, particularly with farmers. Compared to 23 years ago, livestock attacks have decreased by nearly 31%, thanks to carefully regulated and undertaken by experienced hunters.
Get on out of here.
Grizzlies can run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, faster than the average horse, making such encounters a test of both skill and bravery. The Grizzly Challenge in Montana is a unique hunting event that attracts top hunters to showcase their skills. Participants demonstrate gun handling and strategies for safely confronting wildlife. This is not just a competition, but also an opportunity to honor tradition. Grizzly pelts, meticulously processed, are turned into premium products such as rugs, coats, and decorative items, strong flavour, and the risk of trichinosis, a parasitic disease that can be contracted from improperly cooked bear meat. In certain mountainous regions, however, grizzly meat is considered